It's very rare that we see a franchise successfully reinvent itself like God of War did with God of War 2018. They had a formula that worked, that gamers and critics around the world loved, and somehow they were able to elevate the franchise to new heights. Sony Santa Monica has done a fantastic job with God of War Ragnarok. The story takes place 3 years after the events of God of War 2018. Fimbulwinter has affected all 9 realms triggered by the death of Baldur, and Ragnarok is coming. After a surprise visit from Odin, Atreus convinces Kratos to go on a journey to find Tyr, the Norse god of war, who has been presumed dead but lives, to seek answers on how to stop Ragnarok, as well as learn more about himself and his destiny. God of War Ragnarok's story is an action-packed emotional rollercoaster with a brilliant cast of characters. It also answers a lot of questions we had after God of War 2018, and once again tackles a lot of relatable themes that parents go through with their children, trust being a centerpiece of it all. All Kratos cares about is protecting his son and making sure he doesn't walk the same path of pain and destruction he did. He struggles to trust Atreus to make the right choice for himself and has to learn to cope with his independence as he becomes his own warrior. His character development has been quite amazing to watch. There's this moment he has with Freya where he's trying to steer her from her path of vengeance because they relate on a lot of levels. He goes on to tell her stories from his past on how he lost his wife, daughter, brother, and why he destroyed Olympus and the emptiness he felt after. As a longtime fan of the series, it was just a beautiful moment seeing the growth of his character. He has definitely come a long way. While I would say the overall pacing in God of War Ragnarok is great, there's a few moments that overstay their welcome. For example, when Atreus teleports to Jotunhelm and met up with Angrboda for the first time, that whole section doing farm chores felt a little too long, and I'm not looking forward to replaying that part for a second time. It dragged on too long. I love the way they have utilized the entire cast of characters in this game. Brock, Sindri, Freya's personal story arcs intertwine with the overarching story so incredibly, and I gotta really give credit to the voice actors. They have done a fantastic job with their performance. The acting is truly amazing. Sony Santa Monica has put on a masterclass on how to wrap up a series beautifully. God of War Ragnarok is massive. It took me a little over 30 hours to complete the main story on Give Me No Mercy, and I still have plenty of optional content to do across all 9 explorable realms. As for the gameplay, it feels familiar to its prior entry, and all its RPG elements from 2018 has crossed over, but the game introduces enough new mechanics that kinda makes you have to relearn the way you play the game again. Like in God of War 2018, your shield only had a few functions, mainly used to block and parry incoming attacks, and any changes to it was strictly cosmetic only. Now in God of War Ragnarok, there's multiple different shields you can equip with various abilities. For example, your stone shield can't parry at all, but absorbs attacks, and when it's fully charged, you can unleash a powerful ground pound that sends your enemies flying. It's a very welcome addition and adds another layer to its combat. The game also features new skills you can upgrade in your skill tree, new runic abilities, and Kratos gets a new badass weapon, keeping the experience fresh. I was quite surprised to learn that Atreus is a playable character in God of War Ragnarok. His combat is extremely different from Kratos since his main weapon is a bow, and he moves a lot faster. God of War Ragnarok corrects the few but glaring issues 2018 had. One major issue was its lack in enemy variety and its repetitive boss fights. That has been totally solved in Ragnarok. Throughout my playthrough, I never got that feeling of exhaustion from encountering the same enemies over and over. Yeah, that means we're not fighting 100 trolls this time around. Another issue I had that they resolved in Ragnarok is the way Kratos traverses the environment. God of War 2018 was slow, and climbing was a drag, especially if you were revisiting an area you already been. This has been vastly improved because now you can use the Blades of Chaos to quickly ascend and descend, making exploring more enjoyable. They made it a point to improve the verticality in Ragnarok, and it shows. The combat has become more dynamic because of it, and the puzzles have become more creative. Where God of War Ragnarok has taken a step back is with its menus. It's extremely busy and annoying to navigate. The menus was perfect in 2018 and easy on the eyes. This seems to be a case of trying to fix something that just wasn't broken. There has been a lot of conversations online about Ragnarok being cross-gen and its potential being held back because of the PlayStation 4. While there could be some truth to that because the game clearly has a lot of hidden loading screens, it being cross-gen hasn't made the game any less great. The visuals are absolutely stunning, and it performs great on the PS5 and has multiple graphical modes. I think we shouldn't get caught up in what-if scenarios and appreciate what they were able to deliver. Man, because what they were able to achieve, it looks absolutely incredible on a 4K display. God of War Ragnarok is special, and it's my game of the year. It's a complete package from its amazing narrative, soundtrack, gameplay, visuals, performance. It was just a great conclusion to the Norse saga. So that's my review, y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more quality content. Have a nice day.